Okay, so the next question we're going to try to ask in what little time we have left is, who assigns guardian angels to humans? And this is also a question that I have, and I do not know the answer to, so I'm asking it along with the audience. I'm asking it along with the rest of this community. So let's ask those guardian angels, really trying to align with them and asking, who assigns guardian angels to humans? Who makes those assignments? Who makes those connections between the incarnating souls and the presences who are responsible for them? And I think the first important distinction to be made is that souls don't always have the same guardian angels forever. That situation is a pretty fluid one, and usually people have a small group of guardian angels. I don't know if I've ever had a client who had just one presence looking out for them. There's usually a handful of presences, and sometimes those presences will shift and change depending on their own personal assignments, and depending on the choices and the assignments of the incarnating soul. And as that incarnating soul fluctuates in their vibrations, fluctuates in the kind of lives that they are pursuing or that they're willing to pursue, the group of guardian angels responsible for them will also fluctuate based on their interests, based on the other opportunities available to them, etc. What we generally find, very similarly to the pairing of a soul and a life, we will also find that guardian angels are often paired with souls who are incarnating, who are dealing with very similar challenges that they are supposed to be learning about, supposed to be strengthening their skills with, supposed to be understanding better. Because all of us are involved all up and down the line in trying to get closer and closer and closer to the best possible versions of the sentiences that we are. Like, that is the point of our existence, in a good way, not in a scary way. So usually there's some connection of an issue that the guardian angels can see in the incarnating soul, and they can say, wow, she is really struggling with this particular issue, and they can see it in her. And then hopefully, if they're at the level to where they're already working as guardian angels, they can see it in themselves. They can recognize in themselves these same flaws, these same weaknesses, these same obstacles that incarnating soul keeps tripping up over and over again, and they can start to work through it. It's very similar to, there is a teaching process known as Montessori, and in the Montessori process, children are paired in age groups of about 3 years, depending on the system. And the older students help the younger students work with learning materials that the older students have already known. And it's designed in such a way that the younger students' materials that they're working with align with what the older students are also trying to learn. So by helping the younger students learn these learning materials, the older students can start to understand more and more about the processes that they are also learning. And it's actually pretty similar in the connection between guardian angels and incarnating souls. Much like the older students, guardian angels have more awareness, they have more capability, they have a larger toolbox from which to pull. But what they're doing is still parallel in the learning process to the smaller presences, in this case, the incarnating soul. It's actually pretty similar, which is interesting. And so how do they get paired? That is still the question. Oh, well, I guess that's it. Oh, okay. So what the guardian angels are saying is, one of the only universal truths is that the law of attraction is real. The law of attraction does exist. Vibrations attract vibration. And while there is a system interdimensionally where presences get sorted, and so there is oversight, to a certain extent it also has to do with just the vibrational quality. At a certain level, it is just that we are drawn to the lessons we need to learn, and then there's that alignment from life to higher soul to guardian angel to higher level guardian angel and upward. And so it's a beautiful dance between just the vibrational pull, vibrational attraction, and the system that's been set up interdimensionally over so many eons, so much time and so much space. Now, is that system working excellently? No. Not at all. We are right now living in an era where there's an enormous amount of breakdown. And the law of attraction really is the most functional way that we get guardian angel pairings nowadays. We also have breakdown between soul and body. And I think we've discussed this before. It might have been the Angelic Initiative, but we have worked through this on camera before, where souls will fall out of bodies for some reason or another, and guardian angels will go with the soul, and then the life is left kind of without guardian angels, which is another problem. But then we come to the question that Tori asked, which is a great question of, do we pick them? Not with our conscious mind. Well, let me really ask. Hang on, let's really think about this. We don't pick them in the way that we are thinking about. With every single choice we make, we become the presence we are universally. We become a certain point of vibration in the world with every action we make. And that point we are attracts the vibrations of the guardian angels who are going to be involved with us. To a certain extent, the archangels who are responsible for groups or communities that we are a part of. And so in one way, you could say, yes, we do pick them. Every single motion we make, every single choice, every single thought, every single unconscious creation we generate chooses them for us. I've never seen a soul being sat down on a couch and had a group of guardian angels say like, okay, pal, you just point your finger at whoever you want to be in charge of you. I've never seen that happen. But to a certain extent, we are doing that in every single moment. We are doing that right now. So yes, we do choose them, just not in the easiest sounding way. Oh, that's such a cool answer. Oh, I'm so grateful for that. Thank you. Okay, I know that we still have some really, really cool questions on this list, but I also think we are getting to the point where we need to wrap up for today. And maybe these other questions will end up getting answered on the Patreon channel, because these might be higher level questions. Like I may have said, or I hope I said at the start of this channeling session, a lot of the answers that are going to be on Patreon are going to be a little bit more advanced, a little bit more in depth. I'm not going to say they're more interesting, because obviously these are also interesting. The work that we do here on YouTube is also interesting. But sometimes the Patreon questions are just a little bit juicier, just a little bit meatier. So I highly recommend, again, go to the Patreon channel, see what's there, see if it's something you're interested in pursuing. And if not, there will still be these videos. Don't freak out. It'll be okay. What else do I need to tell you to do? We answered some questions. We're going to have to come back and do the others, which is really exciting. And it's great to get to find out these answers along with you. And it's wonderful and humbling to me, who I get to do this a lot because I work with clients, what you see in these videoed sessions are very similar to conversations that are had with clients before personal healing sessions or after personal healing sessions. It's a very similar tone. It's a very similar level of channeling, a very similar vibration. And I'm still learning things every single day, which is very exciting. And I think what they're trying to get me to say is, again, if we haven't talked about this yet today, if you have questions that you feel are very specific to your experience, if you have chronic symptoms, if you have emotional stuff, if you're going through a challenging experience in your life, like the clients who have loved ones transition and are dealing with that process, for example, that's one relevant example from this video series, you are always welcome to request a private healing session. And sometimes that is what helps to really shake loose whatever that healing situation is that's needed in the life that just isn't getting shaken loose by these publicly shared videos that are meant for a wider audience. If you're interested in requesting a private healing session, you can go to my website. My website is ocalaequinehealing.com. That's OCALAEQUINE healing, HEALING.com. And you can go to the contact page and you can send me a message and explain your situation, and we'll see if we can get you on the calendar. Okay, this was great. Thank you so much for joining me. How are we supposed to sign off for this? I still don't know exactly how we're supposed to say goodbye at the end of these videos, and I am really trying to get clarity about it. I guess what we say at the end of a healing session usually is something like, "You did excellent work today. I really look forward to hearing how it goes for you. Good luck." Good luck.